Hey everybody, Chris Collier, the social media icon. I want to introduce you to 10 ways you can get your business out of a rut. Before I get started today, let's make sure that if you like this video or any of the content that we upload, please like, share, and subscribe. If this is on YouTube, share with other people that's on Facebook, Twitter, or wherever else you may find us. Make sure that you make comments below. Have a great day. Welcome in, everybody. We're talking about things that might put you in a business rut. Just some things. Try to figure out exactly why you're in a rut. Ask yourself the why question. Why am I here? Why am I not being productive? Why am I not producing? Why is my business not growing? What is it that would cause this? What is the problem? Why has my income gone down? Right? Those are all great questions. And if you sit there and ask the questions, those of you that pray to God and say, why is it this way? And when you get your answer, put things in motion to grow, to nurture, and build your business. Make the changes that need to be changed. Another thing is, what is your big reason why you're working on it? What's your why? What's your reason why you're even doing a business? Why is it? What's your why? What's your dream? What's your motivation? What's your thought process? What's to take you to the next level? Because if your why is not big enough, maybe you've reached the plateau of that why. And maybe you can't grow any further. Maybe you need to really get down to your roots and figure out why you're doing what you're doing. Why is it that you're growing this way? Why is it that your business isn't being able to be built? What is your why? If it's not big enough, then maybe you've grown as far as you can grow, meaning you dream bigger. There's an old saying, if your dream is big enough for you to do it, your dream's not big enough. Just something for you to think about. So increase your why, increase your dream. Maybe it's time to go back to your dreams. Make a new vision board. Make new things to get you to see things differently, to grow and expand where you currently are. Another question is, you've got to remember where you're going and where you came from, right? Where are you going and where you came from? What's your goal? What's your end purpose? And where do you come from? If you came from absolute abject poverty and you're making $500 a month, you've come a long ways. Some of you would be like, oh, you shouldn't say that, Chris. Well, I did. If you never knew how to work a computer and you know how to turn it on, get on the net and use social media properly, you've come a long ways. And you can teach a lot of people a lot of things. So remember where you came from and remember how you had to grow. You may be in a business rut because you're going through business growth pains. And so when you remember where you came from, you can then remember how you overcame those other things, and now you can overcome this rut. And so when you overcome this rut, by remembering where you came from, it will help you grow as a person, increase your mindset, increase the way you see things, and it'll be a true blessing to you, and you'll get out of that business rut. The next thing is acquire new things or new people. In other words, introduce something new to your life. Maybe you need to take up salsa dancing. Maybe you need to find a new place to do business. Maybe you find new people to do business with. It always makes you feel better to have something fresh, something that just makes you think and be grateful for everything that you have and all the skills you've acquired. So introduce, maybe you just need a new plant in your office. Maybe you need a new picture of your family so you can remember of all the things to be grateful for. Maybe you need to get new business partners so help increase your income. Whatever the case may be, acquiring or introducing something new. Maybe you need a new computer. Maybe the old one's is lagging and you need to get a new one because you got to be up to speed with the net. Whatever the case may be, you have to grow and change and get new things and new people They say that you can actually see someone's income by the 5 closest people to them. The 5 closest people, 20%. 20% of whatever you make is to the 5 people you hang around the most. So if you hang around people who are broke, you're going to be broke, my friend. So change the people you hang around. Listen to someone different. Move, change, improve on small things. You're saying, Chris, what is that going to do? Well, if you move, change, and improve on small things, sometimes the smallest things are the hardest things in your life. Sometimes, like making your bed in the morning is a small thing, but if you accomplish that task, I actually have a video on vlog.thechriscollar.com that'll tell you how important it is to make your bed. At least when you get home from a hard day's of work, you have a nice, clean, made bed to go sleep in, right? Small tasks, small things can move and change your mindset. If you move and conquer the small things, then if you get some momentum built, there's nothing that can stop you. You will overcome so much. And maybe sometimes just rearranging your office just a little bit, changing the board behind you, changing your dream board if you've accomplished something, changing how you do something, maybe changing your environment just so you can build something, you can do something that you're doing in your business a different way. Take a video in a different place in your house. Whatever the case may be, move and change things, all right? So that's another way you can do that, getting out of a business rut. All right. Another good way to do and get yourself out of a rut is very, very important. To me, it's one of the most important things. For me, to have a holiday or take a break. What is that? Well, find something else you have interest in other than your business. It could be even another business. It could be some place you like to donate time or energy or money to. A charity or a church where you like to go serve or help. A vacation is good too. Just getting away for a day trip sometimes. Sometimes when we say vacation, we're thinking about going away on a cruise for 8 days. That'd be nice. But if you can't get away but a couple days, that's still good. Sometimes even just staying in your house and not doing anything is good. Taking a break. Taking a break is really good. And sometimes you just take a break for a few minutes. Maybe you take a break and watch one of your favorite shows, or listen to one of your favorite CDs, or watch your favorite movie, or watch a football or baseball game. Just do something, take a break to change the rigidity of your day. Sometimes taking a break and going out for lunch if you work at home is a great breath of fresh air into your business. So this may be one of the things that would be very well in doing to get you out of a business rut. And if you go on a vacation, I would suggest you either take your stuff with you and keep it packed away for the most of the time, and break out only if inspiration hits, or not bring it at all. And just whatever inspiration you get, you file it away so you have some juices going when you first get back. That's just another way to end you being in a business rut. Another way to end your business rut, this will be very simple. Goof off. People say I goof off all the time, even on my videos. Listen, if you can't have fun in what you're doing, why do it? You don't want to have a job so you can do what you love to do. And you should have fun doing it. Now, should you take it seriously as well? Yes. But sometimes you just have to goof off. Sometimes you need to do something like your 10 greatest bloopers. Let people see that you have fun and you laugh at yourself. Sometimes you can go watch a comedy, a romantic comedy, or a comedy like one of my favorites, The Princess Bride, is hilarious. I am the Brood Squad. So there's all sorts of funny things that you can do and watch. And you too can be goofy. Sometimes just go, like the previous one was, go on a vacation, take a trip, take a holiday, take a day off, take some time off. Sometimes you just need to go somewhere and be someone else, right? I have friends that post underneath different names. It's still in their Facebook page, but they have an alter ego, if you will, and they do things for their business that aren't quite professional. And this alter persona does it to show people how really silly it is when you spam people. That's one of the things these people do. And just to have fun with your process, right? So maybe you can come up with a character that does things backwards or doesn't really do things the right way, right? They're not a professional marketer. They're the unprofessional or unprofessional marketer. They'd probably be the unprofessional, because unprofessional is the correct way to say it. So they'd probably be the unprofessional marketer. So just have fun, goof off, do something fun. Maybe whatever it is that you want to do that causes you just to have fun. Release that stress off your brain from trying to think of content or whatever it is you're doing to build your business. That is another way to get out of a business rut. We're talking about business ruts. And, it's just come to me that everybody has a mentor or should have a mentor. Someone you look up to, someone you can confide in, someone that you can trust with your hopes, dreams, and fears. What you saying people have fears? Everyone has fear. It's just how you deal with it. I had a mentor one time that said that he was in the 82nd Airborne, and that from the time he jumped the first time to the time he jumped the last time, fear was always with him. And he said, listen, fear, you're going to be in here with me, then you're going to jump with me. Isn't that kind of funny? But you got to have a confidant. You got to have someone you can talk to share your experiences with. And maybe you can have a gripe session where you just gripe about how bad your recruits are, or how bad your marketing's going, or how bad the process is. And then once you've released all that negative energy, sometimes there's room for you to grow, to expand, and get out of your business rut. So that is another way to get out of a business rut, is have someone you can that you can confide in. And maybe they even have a clue to how you should get out. Because maybe they've had that same experience before. They can give you advice on how to get out of your business rut. So here's another idea that gets you out of a business rut. Get rid of things that drive you crazy, right? So if you have a leaky faucet, get it fixed. If you have a clock that ticks, and that bothers you, get rid of it. If you have a cat or a dog, or maybe a spouse, I'm not saying get rid of them in the sense of just get rid of them all together like you're going to hire a mafia member. No, I'm not suggesting that at all. What I'm suggesting is maybe you can ask them, maybe give them a few dollars and then go out to breakfast or out shopping or whatever the case may be, so you can get some work done. Because sometimes you're kind of halfway distracted while you're trying to build your business, do the things you need to do, so you can help overcome and get out of your business rut. And so sometimes you have to get rid of things that drive you bats, right? So for some of you, that may be you have to call a pest control agency. Maybe you have some ants or roaches or rats or raccoons or squirrels. Whatever the case may be, you may need to call someone for that kind of help. But you may just need to get rid of something. Maybe your computer bothers you. You get it upgraded, get it refreshed, whatever the case may be. You got to get rid of the things that bother you. And then you also got to find other ways to help yourself focus, right? Because at the end of the day, it's all about your focus. And so if you need to shut the door to your office, change what you do, then that is what you have to do to be successful and get yourself out of your business rut. Things that help you be in a rut. What are the things that help you be in a rut? One of them is you have a lot of incompletes. If you start completing the tasks that are not yet done, that you need to get done to be totally caught up, then you, my friend, will not be in the business rut because you'll complete your incompletes. Whether that's writing an email, building out a website. And if you can't do it all, there's places like Fiverr and other places. You can hire people to do it at a minimal cost. And sometimes if you're part of a group, there'll be other people in that group that can help you build what you need. And that is what you want. You want a community that gathers around you and you gather around them and you guys help each other grow your businesses. Because no man or no woman's an island and no one can do it all by themselves. You may get to the top by yourself, but being there is awful lonely and you want to share the experiences with others. So Complete your incompletes. Complete the things you haven't done. If you need to write an email, do it. If you need to build a website, do it. If you need to do a video like I'm doing right now, do it, because you'll feel better, you have a sense of accomplishment, and you'll get that much more done. Another way to get yourself out of a business rut is to ask yourself, am I being consistent enough? Am I posting correctly? Am I emailing my email list correctly? Am I engaging with people like I'm supposed to, the way I'm supposed to? That is another way to get yourself out of business rut. Are you consistent in your business? Do you show up to do business every day? And if you are you showing up at the right time? And are you communicating the same message over and over again? Because you want your message to be congruent to who you are. You don't want to one day say, I'm doing juicy juice, and the next day say I'm doing veggie juice. It's not a consistent message. You want to be as consistent as possible, communicating the same message as much as possible. That's another way to get out of a business rut. This may be one of the most important points about getting out of a business rut. Are you posting on social media or wherever you post the right content to the right audience? For example, if you're a doctor and you're posting to a medical journal about people you want to hire, that may not be a good fit unless it's in the want ads of the medical journal. If you're posting on Facebook something where the content would fit Twitter or Pinterest, then you're doing the wrong thing in the wrong platform. So you want to make sure your platform marries or it stays with your content so they are congruent. I'm not just saying the same thing like I did in the last video or the last point. What I'm saying is that you want it to marry so it fits. If you're talking about Twitter and you're doing it on Facebook, they might not be a good fit because the people on Facebook want to hear about Facebook. Now, granted, you have some people who are multi-platform people and they're on more than one thing, but guess what? You have to be doing the right content to the right platform. Are you doing the right content on your blog? Are you doing the right content on your vlog if you have one? Are you doing the right content on your YouTube channel? Right content on your podcast? Can you imagine if you're trying to publish a podcast that has video into something that only has audio? It's impossible. You can't do it. You can strip the audio off the video, but then you still have the video left, and you can't upload that to your podcast. That's what I'm trying to say. The right content to the right platform for the right audience. This is another key one. Sometimes along our way we build things and they work real well, but then sometime along the way things go off course. I knew someone very, very personal that was part of one of the biggest movements in the country at one time. They were filling up stadiums with people. And within 6 to 8 months, he saw it go off tracks. Now, granted, they were still around for another 5 or 6 years. But the problem was they got off focus of the purpose why they were there. If your motivation's not right, you're going to fall off the tracks. I think of a couple businesses. They lost the motivation to serve their customers. And in doing that, and stop serving the people that they're there for, there's no reason for them to be there. And they stopped existing. One good case I can think of is Blockbuster. One of their employees came to them and said, hey, I have this great idea. I'd really like to share this with you because I have a way that people can get videos via mail. They don't have to come in. It saves us space. It saves us time. It saves us energy. It saves us employees. And you know what happened? Blockbuster said, no, we don't want to hear about it. Their motivation was wrong because they thought someone was being cute or something, and they didn't want to hear it. So at the end of the day, they lost business. And Blockbuster regrets not listening to that guy because that guy started Netflix. So change your motivation so you can get back on track. That's another way to get out of a rut. This one may not fit with you right away, but hear me out on this one. as a grandparent, I can take and look at my grandkids when I give them something, they're truly grateful. And as a husband, if I give my wife something, she's really grateful, it causes me to want to give her that much more. So, in the way I deal with things, I believe in God. And so, if I'm not getting where I want to get, I have to ask myself, and if I'm in a rut, sometimes I ask myself, am I grateful enough for what I already have? Because I'm not grateful enough for what I already have, there's no reason why God in heaven would give me anything else. He's given me so much already. And I'm so grateful for what I already have. So, if you practice gratefulness, you'll go that much further, and it's harder for you to get in a rut. And it's much easier for you to get out of a rut if you're grateful. So remember, be grateful in everything you do. And that'll get you out of a rut. One of the things I've found is if I make business all about me all the time, then it's never about anyone else. And I'm missing the vision and the purpose to what I'm doing. And my business is too much about me and what I can do. Look at me. I'm the guy. I can do this. I can do that. I'm the Swiss Army knife of social media. Well, that doesn't work. It's always got to be about other people. How can I build and help encourage other people? How can I motivate and help shape mindsets? How can I help generate other people's income? Because that is how you stay out of a rut. Sometimes you get in a rut because you're so focused on yourself and you're not focused on other people. So that will get you out of a rut. Something that'll put you in a rut is being too focused on other people. You're saying, well, you just said in the last point that not being focused on yourself too much can get you in a rut. Being too focused on others. For example, you've always given away the whole farm, and you're always never charging anything. You're always going around helping everybody in your neighborhood, but you don't take time to build your business. You spend time at charities. You spend time at work. You spend time doing extra stuff at school. You spend all this extra time for everyone else, but you don't take time for your own business. You have to take time for your own business. You have to take time for your own growth, your own support. You have to, and listen, I know people who don't charge for things because they think it's being helpful, but they're really just not charging enough. And they're causing other people to have to do something else because they can't put food on their own table because they don't charge enough. You have to charge to the degree that you create value. So don't let others keep you in a rut. So when you think of others at the right proportion, I want to serve them, but I have to get value for the value I give. And that's fair. You wouldn't go to the store and get a whole bag of lemons or potatoes and ask to only pay for one. But people do it to us all the time on the internet. We give them thousands of dollars worth of advice, counseling, and input and value, but they don't want to pay us $10. So don't let others diminish who you are and keep you in a rut. One of the other things that happens, if you happen to be a digital marketer or social media marketer or internet marketer like myself, even an affiliate marketer, has there been a change in the platforms? About a year ago, I'd say YouTube, and 2 years ago, Facebook. Go through these changes every once in a while, right? Where they change all the rules, and everyone cries, "We'll never make money again. This makes it almost impossible." It's not your platform. It's their platform. You just have the opportunity to use it. But has there been a change in the platform? If there has been, can you make changes to your business to improve your business and get out of the rut you're in? I don't know. That's up to you. You have to be willing to change how you do things, look at things a different way, upgrade what you do, change what you do to fit the new rules and regulations about the platform you use. That's a way to get and stay out of a rut. We've been asking this time how to get out of a business rut, but I have a question for you. What have you been listening, reading, and what have you been following lately? If you can't answer that, I've been reading this book and that book and listening to these people, listening to this. It's not just about motivational speakers. It's not just about people who give you fluffy advice. It's about people who give you sound business advice and taking advantage of that advice. It's about getting into the thoughts of people who make millions of dollars and following their advice, following their mindset. Because they think a certain way and they act a certain way. Because they act and think a certain way, they become, and then now you become that person that can step into greatness and become the multi-millionaire that you want to be. Excuse me. So that will get and keep you out of ruts if you follow great advice and you listen to great people. That'll get you out of a rut. Listen, have you changed something you do that need not be changed? For example, baseball batter changes his grip on the bat for some reason. Maybe it was wet out one night and he just felt comfortable holding the bat a certain way. And it causes batting average to go down. What are you doing to cause your average to go up? If you need to go back to an old stance, if you need to go back to holding a baseball bat a certain way, if you change something that didn't need to be changed, you have to fix that. We have to take and create good situations for us to be in. And the better the situation, the better the outcome will be. And that'll keep you out of a rut, building momentum. This is a great thought. Have you created a good habit and replaced it with a bad habit? Or maybe I should say, have you created a bad habit that needs to be replaced by a good habit? Sometimes we unintentionally, like one of the previous topics was take a break. Maybe you take too many breaks and you've created a bad habit now. Now you every 5 minutes you're taking a break and you're not getting any work done. That creates a rut, right? So what habit have you created on accident by not keeping a good habit? If you found out how to make money and how to get income starting to come to you and stopped, and you've gone through all the other thoughts that we've shared today, then you have to ask yourself one question. Have I changed the way I do something unintentionally? Maybe it's the way I look at the camera. Maybe it's the way my microphone's set up. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that. I don't know. But you know what? You have to find that habit and then create a good habit. So that's a good way to stay out of a rut, is create good habits. Thank you so much for watching the ways to get out of a business rut. If you like more information, more quality training, more mindset and motivation, check my website out, thechriscollier.com. There'll be a link in the description.